Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Yellowstone series final. Rainwater and Kayce's treaty for the land and whether he'll honor the deal addressed by Star. In an exclusive interview with Screen Rant, Birmingham assures that Rainwater will honor the treaty like they always have. The actor points out that the natives have always honored agreements they made, out of respect. Talking about the Duttons who live on the East Campus, Birmingham hopes that there will be more engagement between the tribe and the Duttons, especially with Tate coming from both worlds, with natives' blood running in his veins. The actor also believes that it'll be an interesting growing-up experience for Tate to see how the natives hold their land and learn from it. Check out what he said below. Since Season 5B's arrival, many have been asking whether Yellowstone Season 6 will happen. Birmingham's comment indicates that while Season 5 brings the story into a full cycle, there are still areas to explore, especially with the Duttons now living in the reservation, which is a new angle that the series hasn't yet tackled. So far, there have been no official words about Season 6, but the Star's comment points out a way the series can continue its story. On the other hand, several Yellowstone-related projects are in the works. Kelly Rayleigh and Cole Hauser have recently closed deals to lead a Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler spinoff. A Michelle Pfeiffer-led sequel that follows a New York family who settle in the Madison River Valley of central Montana is currently in production. The series recently added 4 new casts. Meanwhile, the Yellowstone prequel 1923, which explores the Dutton family tree, will return for Season 2 on February 3, 2025. Therefore, the Yellowstone universe is far from closing, even if the main series has concluded many of the arcs for its primary cast. Yellowstone Season 5 brings a nice touch to the end of a 7-generation story, tying up with the promise made by the Duttons in 1883. Birmingham has previously talked about the full circle ending being the endgame show creator Taylor Sheridan envisioned for Yellowstone. In another interview, the actor explained that Sheridan's personal life experience with the Lakota Nation spoke to him spiritually about how the original inhabitants' story never gets discussed in American history books, which inspired the Native representation in the series. Elsa died on the frontier journey, trying to bring peace to conflicts and misunderstandings. The series finale speaks to her legacy and sees a unity flourish between the Duttons and the native tribes in a brand new way based on their shared vision and respect for the land, which is beautiful and significant. With multiple Yellowstone projects on the board, Tate's growing up story is also worth exploring. The Yellowstone series finale delivered a poignant and intense narrative that encapsulated years of conflict, heritage, and familial ties. Among the many storylines drawing to a close, one of the most gripping was the resolution of the treaty between Thomas Rainwater and Kayce Dutton. As the dust settled on the epic saga of the Dutton Ranch, this agreement became a symbol of both progress and compromise, raising questions about whether Kayce would honor the deal amidst the weight of his family legacy. The treaty: a new beginning or a painful compromise? Thomas Rainwater, the astute and principled leader of the Broken Rock Reservation, spent much of the series fighting to reclaim the lands that historically belonged to his people. His vision was not just for himself, but for the generations that would follow. The treaty, brokered with Kayce Dutton in the final episodes, was a culmination of Rainwater's strategic maneuvering and his respect for Kayce as a bridge between two worlds. Kayce, a man torn between his Native American heritage through his wife Monica and his Dutton lineage, found himself in an unenviable position. The agreement stipulated that a significant portion of the Yellowstone Ranch's land would be placed under joint stewardship. While it would remain a working ranch, its use would also honor and integrate Native traditions, preserving the land as a sacred space for both communities. The treaty's signing was marked by an emotional ceremony, a rare moment of unity between the Duttons and the Broken Rock community. Rainwater, addressing the gathered crowd, spoke of healing and collaboration. "This land carries the stories of my ancestors and yours. Together we can ensure it thrives for the next 7 generations." Kayce, solemn and reflective, added, "This land is more than property, it's home, history, and hope." Kayce's dilemma. As the finale unfolded, Kayce's commitment to the treaty was tested by the swirling maelstrom of his family's internal struggles. John Dutton, patriarch of the ranch, viewed the treaty with skepticism, if not outright disdain. "You think you can save this ranch by giving it away?" John questioned, his voice heavy with both anger and sorrow. Beth Dutton, ever the ruthless strategist, added her own doubts. "This isn't just land, Kayce, it's leverage, and leverage is the only thing that keeps the wolves at bay." Rip Wheeler, loyal and pragmatic, offered quieter but no less pointed counsel. "You're trying to do right by everyone, but you're gonna have to decide whose side you're really on." Despite the pressure, Kayce's wife Monica and their son Tate provided a counterbalance, reminding him of the importance of his dual identity. Monica's support for the treaty was unwavering. "This is a chance to honor both parts of who you are," she told him. "For Tate, for our family, for the future." Tate, embodying the innocence and hope of a new generation, simply said, "I want to see the land the way Grandpa Felix talks about it, wild and free." Rainwater's gamble. For Rainwater, the treaty was not without its risks. His political position had grown increasingly precarious as factions within the Broken Rock community questioned his alliances and methods. Opponents like Angela Blue Thunder accused him of settling for half measures. "You've given away our birthright for a handshake with the Duttons," she spat during a heated council meeting. Rainwater countered with calm determination. "A handshake today ensures a legacy tomorrow. We're not losing our birthright, we're ensuring it lives on." Rainwater's leadership style, characterized by patience and long-term vision, faced its ultimate test as he placed his faith in Kayce. "He's a man who understands the weight of promises," Rainwater told Mo, his trusted confidant. "If anyone can walk the line between two worlds, it's him." The climactic decision. The climax of the finale saw Kayce at a literal and metaphorical crossroads. Standing on the ridge overlooking the Yellowstone ranch, he was flanked by Rainwater on one side and his father John on the other. The weight of the treaty, the ranch's future, and his own identity bore down on him. "This is your chance to break the cycle," Rainwater urged, "to create something lasting." John, resolute and defiant, countered, "This land is a battlefield, Kayce. Always has been, always will be. You don't make peace with it, you fight for it." In a deeply personal moment, Kayce turned inward, recalling the vision quest that had haunted him throughout the series. The wolf, his spiritual guide, appeared once more, leading him to a vision of the land, untouched, harmonious, and teeming with life. The vision reaffirmed his decision. "I'll honor the treaty," Kayce declared, his voice steady but filled with emotion, "not because it's easy, but because it's right." The aftermath. The series finale's closing scenes depicted the immediate and far-reaching consequences of Kayce's choice. The joint stewardship of the land began to take shape, with collaborative projects such as rewilding initiatives, educational programs, and cultural exchanges. The ranch, though changed, retained its essence as a place of resilience and renewal. Rainwater, watching the first ceremonial dance on the newly shared land, remarked to Mo, "This is what we fought for. Not just the land, but the spirit of it." For the Duttons, the treaty marked both an end and a beginning. John, though begrudgingly, acknowledged Kayce's decision. "You've done what I couldn't," he admitted, a rare moment of vulnerability. Beth, ever the pragmatist, saw potential in the alliance, while Monica and Tate embraced the unity it symbolized. A legacy of hope. The Yellowstone series finale left viewers with a bittersweet yet hopeful conclusion. The treaty between Rainwater and Kayce stood as a testament to the possibility of reconciliation, even in the face of deep-seated conflict. It honored the past while carving a path for the future, embodying the show's central themes of family, identity, and the enduring power of the land. In the final scene, Kayce and Rainwater stood side by side, watching a herd of bison roam freely across the plains. "This is just the beginning," Rainwater said. Kayce nodded, the weight of his decision replaced by a quiet resolve. Together, they had forged a new chapter for the Yellowstone, one rooted in understanding and respect.